Some of the main value propositions given by the mobile phone, I would say, is LBS or location-based services. Once again, beforehand, what you could not do is you could not, reach a particular customer based on the context of that customer. So just take a simple example, in Helsinki. And by the time we go into our hotel and settle down and everything, it was 12:30 a.m., meaning that, past midnight. And our hotel is closed and everything around the hotel is completely closed and we are hungry. We are really, really hungry. At that point, it would have been so much better just to take out my mobile phone. I didn't have it at that time. They did not have the location. Or they actually, Scandinavia did have the location-based services at the time. And just search for restaurants, right? And then in that particular context, any restaurant that comes up on the list would have been a complete winner. I would have gone there and taken their food. But instead of that, we had to actually go out in a completely unknown place where people speak Finnish, not English. And there was not too many persons on the road. And we did not know where to go. Me and my colleague, we are kind of wandering around, and then we saw somebody coming out of a house, and we said, "Do you speak English?" "Yes." "What do you need?" I said, "We need some food. Are there any kind of restaurants open at this hour?" And he said, "Sure, it's somewhere in Helsinki or in Scandinavia. Things are open. Go in that direction." And then we ended up walking for about 20 minutes, and then the end of the story is that we ended to a particular restaurant and said, "When do you close?" So like, we only open at 10 o'clock and we close at 6:30 in the morning. Oh, okay. So in Scandinavia, I found out that the summer means people pretty much do not go to bed, because the sun is up till 12 midnight. Anyway, so location-based services. So you're looking for a coffee, and suddenly at about 3:30 in the afternoon, and yes, you do have a particular class, and you are coming to the Globe Scene, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, I have to sit through Dr. Sill's lecture. I definitely need a pickup." And suddenly there comes a coupon which says, going back to the marketing, which says, "Oh, by the way, we are giving a special in the Starbucks, and a double espresso can be had for 1.5 the price." I do not know about you. I would run for that and get it. Okay? So again, location-based services. Also, some of the location-based services is finding your friends. So send point to your friends, so you go there, and then different kind of services that you can have. Around me, I found out that around me, in fact, now with the smartphone, a lot of different things can be done. Around me is, once again, a service where you can find out that what are the hospitals, gas stations, and all of these kind of things around you, so close to you. And that can be a lifesaver at times. I mean, literally lifesavers, because if you're in an unknown place, you got it an emergency, you can actually find out how close is the this thing. A lot of and again, location-based services with the GPS on your phone. Now, different kind of dispatch can be done. So if you have a flat tire, means that it blow out of a tire, and then you are stranded in one corner of the road, then you can actually find out that who is going to be the closest one to be sent, and you can get a real quick service. And once again, a mobile phone-based network can do that. You can also find friends. I remember that at one point of time, and that's why it says send point to a friend. Basically, what happened is at one point of time, the Vodafone in UK, they showed us this little device which looks like a watch, and it's actually a display, and it's also a display of a mobile phone. And with the Bluetooth, you have the connection here and the microphone, and it has a location-based services where you can locate your friends. So you go in, and it has happened to me. Many times I have been to, again, one of the experience I had. I have a friend who is in Australia, and I haven't met him for 18 years, So I was in Sydney and I was flying somewhere else, and in Brisbane I stopped and I left a message for him, only to find out that he was not home. And later on I went back to the United States and I started telling him that, "Hey, I've been to Sydney, this and that, and I missed you. We wish we could meet in Brisbane." He said, "When were you in Sydney?" I said, "On the Christmas, like 24th and the 25th. He said, "I was there too." I said, "What did you do?" He asked me. I said, "On the 24th I went there, and then there is a little area called Darling Harbour, and there was a big party going on." He said, "I was in that party right there enjoying." So we probably were within 20 feet of each other, and we haven't seen each other for 18 years, and yet missed the chance of actually connecting up. This location-based services can actually tell me that, hey, your friend is there, And based on that, you can decide either to go or not, right? Sometimes you do not want to do so. No. Taking it to the next level, the smartphone that I'm talking about, when I went, the Google Android phone came up with this, and I think right now the iPhone also has it. Basically, what you do is you point to a particular, you stand at a corner of a particular street, and you point to a building, and then you turn around and point to another building. Basically, what happens is because of the accelerometer, it understands that which way you are looking, and based on that, it can find out your position. Then it starts showing you things that you do not see. So do you see what I mean? So you are standing at a corner, and then you are looking at the two buildings, and suddenly you start seeing things which are like way behind you that you do not see, and then you can start seeing different things. So again, taking the location-based services to a different level and having this magic eye, right? Domino's Pizza, Foursquare, all of these things are different kind of looks. I have taken mainly the examples from the US because my stay in India and the use of these kind of services are rather limited. So in the macro structure, you think of some of the situations, and then you see that how the situations are going to be tempered by the different factors. The idle time situation. So oftentimes you will find out that the mobile phone is of great value when you are not doing anything, right? Okay. So, and by the way, idle time situation, the classroom is not an idle time situation. Just want to make that clear to you. Okay, so texting during classroom does not fall into that idle time situation. It falls into what is known as disruptive and unwanted behavior. Okay, so idle time situation, so if you're not doing anything then, and I have found out, and again, think of why it is important. Again, a story. Have you heard of something called Docomo? Yes. Yeah. What kind of question is that, because the Tata Docomo is there, right? So do you know what is the original name of Docomo? NTT Docomo, yeah. Okay, so NTT Docomo, which is an offshoot of the NTT, Japan, actually is the company that started it. And Docomo became phenomenally successful. I mean, they within a matter of 3 or 4 years, because that was the only way to get into the internet at a cheap. You can do the Google search on NTT, and you can get everything. So you don't have to take it down. So what happened is that then they provided, and then that was the only way of getting into the internet, and it became like 30 million people in no time. And I'm talking about in 1.5 years, it went to 18 million of the Japanese population. Now just to give you an idea what that means, that is the entire population of Tokyo. So in 1.5 years, it covered the entire population of Tokyo, 18 million people. Now why did it become so successful? Because number one, they understood the idle time situation. The Japanese people commute 1.5 hours on the average every day on public transport. Idle time, right? Then also there is, and those have been tempered by the person, the place, and the time. When they do this, then the place where they do it is a public place. Okay, the time when they do it is a busy time, and then the Japanese culture is a very polite culture, and as a result, you really do not do this, some of the things that I see here and in the United States. Abhi Shahrukh aaya hai. नहीं 10 minute हो गया है, नहीं, ठीक है, Katrina Kaif देखा अभी, it's like in the middle of the movie, what are you doing? But then you go out and talk to your friends, but there's a running commentary going on, right? That will be impossible. That will be completely impossible in a Japanese society. So as a result, what has happened is that they started doing the texting and checking their emails and other kind of things. And it became a huge value addition. Idle time situation. Fast forward. AT&T thought that that's a great idea. So they're going to partner with Docomo and get Docomo to the United States, and AT&T is going to offer something like the iMode, the actual features that were offered by the Japanese company. So they went to AT&T, and then the moment, the day they announced it, I said, oops, it's not going to work. Why? Because they're introducing it to the United States. Okay, what is the main mode of transportation in the United States? Who drives those cars? A driver or the owner? The owner, right? It will be such a wonderful thing to be for a driver, but that's not to happen. So you drive your own car, right? And the idea of texting or talking while you are driving is detrimental to your health and somebody else's health as well on the road. And adult, you shouldn't do that. And then I said, what are they thinking? There is no ideal situation value out here. So why are they bringing it in? That's number one, right? Number two is look at the place and the time as well. You know, they have the alternate ways of getting all of those ideal situations. You know, you have a broadband at work. You have this huge television which is connected. So why would you need the alternate way of getting those kinds of entertainment?